So Damascus has fallen, and now we're going to be looking at the Battle of Maraj-al-Debaj. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? Let's look at this battle.
The fall of Damascus was a shock for the Byzantines, as they probably thought that the Muslim attack on the region was a massive raid and not a full-on invasion. Syria and Egypt were the most important provinces of the empire, and the fall of the former would mean that the land route to the latter was cut, and it was now also vulnerable to being occupied. Emperor Heraclius couldn't allow that, so he started sending orders to the provinces in order to bring in more reinforcements to the region. Simultaneously, the political situation in the Caliphate had also changed, as Caliph Abu Bakr passed away in late August of that year, and was replaced by Umar. The new Caliph immediately started implementing administrational and military reforms, creating new administrative positions in the provinces, and changing the formation of the army from the one created on the tribal principle to a more centralized one. Immediately after his ascension, Umar sent a letter to the army relieving Khalid of his post and appointing Abu Ubaidah in his place. We don't know if this was part of the reforms, or as some sources claim, it happened due to the previous animosity between the new caliph and the general.
I don't know, replacing Khalid seems a little much. I mean, there might be animosity and whatnot, but I don't know. Khalid so far has basically been the champion for the most part of the Muslim expansion, and I just feel like removing him from command ain't a good idea. Then again, I guess we'll see what this new guy is capable of, but I feel like you should keep Khalid there and just keep him until he can't go anymore. Maybe until he gets too old. I mean, I don't know how old he is now, but you know what I mean? I feel like replacing, you know, it's that thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of attitude. It ain't broke right now, so I don't know. We'll see what Umar does. Like, the last caliphate just essentially mainly let Khalid handle business, and it was great. I don't know about Umar though. I guess we'll find out if this is a big L for the Muslims or not. But I don't think removing Khalid is a good idea.
In any case, it seems that before the messengers could reach Damascus, the 3-day peace the Muslims promised Thomas had passed, and Khalid, alongside 5,000 cavalry, guided by Jonah, started pursuing the Romans. Thomas had around 10,000 people with him, both soldiers and citizens of Damascus, but instead of finding refuge in one of the nearby towns, this group was heading towards Antioch, and that allowed the Arab cavalry to catch up to them to the south of Latakia sometime in late September. The details of the engagement, now known as the Battle of Maraj-al-Debaj, are scarce, but according to the Muslim sources, a cavalry detachment of a few hundred caught up and took position to the south of Thomas. The Romans immediately noticed them, deciding that they would be able to defeat this small group with ease. To the surprise of the Romans, as soon as the Arab cavalry and Roman infantry started fighting, another group of Khalid's horsemen appeared to the east. Although the Romans had thousands of refugees in their midst, they still outnumbered the Muslims, and a portion of their infantry formed up to face the new threat. However, a half hour after the battle was joined here, a third group of Arab cavalry started charging from the north.
Holy crap, they're about to be completely surrounded. It's gonna be Cannae all over again. Oh man, dude. Like, that's the thing. They've underestimated the speed of the Muslims. Like, the Muslims have speed, and they have maneuverability on their side. And that is a huge part of their success. So yeah, it does remind me of the Napoleonic Wars, of just how much Europe underestimated the speed of the French, and how they paid the price for that. And, they're gonna be completely surrounded, like, they're gonna be pushed in.
And the Romans barely got into a defensive formation in time to prevent it from breaking through. Thomas's situation was becoming dangerous, as the route to Damascus was now cut off, but the Romans were still fighting on an equal footing, and the battle raged on 3 sides. An hour later, Khalid himself appeared to the west with the largest part of his army.
Again, completely surrounded, all fronts. Oh my goodness, man.
And charged the Romans. Despite the fact that Thomas managed to get a few units to this front, they were swept aside almost immediately, and the Arab cavalry was now deep inside the Roman formation. Thomas was soon killed. The Roman resistance continued for some time, but was broken within an hour. Some soldiers and refugees managed to slip away to the north, but the majority of the Romans were either killed or captured. Khalid lost just a few hundred troops.
I have an itch in my throat that I cannot.
Immediately afterwards,
Wow. Another frickin' victory. Dude, Khalid, man. This man's a G. Don't replace him. I know the message hasn't gotten there, but please don't replace him. Like, he's too gifted to not be in command. I guess we'll end the video right here since this was the battle. That was the entire battle, and I guess next time we're gonna have to look at the Battle of the Bridge? Wait. Yeah, we'll end the video right here, guys. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.